Are misunderstood CPT codes sabotaging your payments? Do you know that a combination of numbers and letters can be the key to successful claims reimbursement? Join me as we unravel the secrets behind these codes and how they shape the payment of healthcare providers, revolutionizing the way we understand medical procedures. Understanding billing codes, also known as current procedural terminology, CPT codes, is essential for accurate billing and reimbursement in healthcare. They have a direct impact on how healthcare services are billed and how healthcare providers receive reimbursement. They play a critical role in ensuring appropriate reimbursement, efficient claims processing, and adherence to coding guidelines. Without a thorough understanding of CPT codes, healthcare professionals may encounter challenges in accurately documenting services, resulting in billing errors, delays in reimbursement, or potential compliance issues. I will walk you through the process of understanding billing codes, empowering you to navigate the complexities of healthcare billing system effectively and accurately. Hey there! Before we continue with the video, I wanted to talk to you about our comprehensive financial services tailored to your business needs. We specialize in streamlining your financial operations, be it billing, payroll management, or meticulous bookkeeping. And guess what? We now offer personalized consultations. If you need expert advice, we're here for you. Visit our website at www.healthcarebackoffices.com to explore a range of services and schedule your consultation today. The first thing we need to do is understand the definition of a CPT code. A CPT code is a standardized code used to describe and report medical procedures and services. It serves as a universal language for communication, billing, and reimbursement in healthcare. CPT codes consist of 5 digits and are assigned to each patient to identify the type of service that is going to receive. Normally, the code can be found on the patient's authorization. To identify the code, you need to look for the specific CPT code associated with the medical procedure or service in question. The codes are typically numerical and may be accompanied by a description or narrative explaining the service. For example, if we open an authorization and we scroll down, we can see under the authorization details the service description and the procedure code next to it. Here we have the service description as home care, personal care aid, which is PCA service, and the code for that care type or type of service is D1019 with the modifier U1. If we change the modifier, the code can change to a completely different type of service. For that reason, it is important to note any modifiers. They are additional 2-digit codes and are used in conjunction with CPT codes to provide additional information or indicate special circumstances related to a procedure or service. Not all the CPT codes have modifiers, but some of them do. They usually start with a letter followed by a number. To know what you will bill for each code, you have to review your contract or agreement to know the rates. Different codes may have varying reimbursement rates. Usually on the contract, there is a section with a list of all the services your practice was authorized to provide, along with the rate for each one of them. On this agreement, you can see the description of the services, the CPT codes to identify those services, and the approved rate for each one of them. Something to take into consideration is that specific procedure codes can vary depending on the services provided, the region, and other factors. Here are some commonly used CPT codes in home health agencies and social adult daycare centers. We have T1019U1 for personal care, T1019U6 for CDPAP services. Here you can note how the modifier can change the type of service. T1019U2 for mutual services. This is when one caregiver takes care of 2 patients at the same time, and you can see again how the modifier can change the type of service. We have T1020 for live-in, T1020EU2 for live-in mutual. This is for 2 patients as well. We have S5102 for adult daycare and transportation together, S5105 for adult daycare only, without transportation services because you can bill them separately according to what the MLTC indicates. We have T2003 or A0130 for transportation only, S5170 for meals, among other codes. Please note that these are examples of commonly used CPT codes and may not cover all possible codes used in healthcare settings. It is important to consult coding references and guidelines specific to your region and the services provided to ensure accurate coding. I remember one of the social adult daycare centers we were advising was struggling with billing because it was not receiving payments. The claims were being paid at $0, not denied but paid for $0. In the MLTC system, they were showing as paid, but of course, all the EOBs that the facility was receiving were in zero, and they were not receiving checks. We reviewed the contract along with the authorizations, and we discovered that the agreement had listed S5105 for adult daycare services and T2003 for transportation services. However, the claims were being billed with S5102, which was the code listed on the authorizations. S5102 is a code used to bill adult daycare and transportation together with a single rate, but remember that they can be billed separately as well. The facility didn't have S5102 listed on their contract, so for that reason the claims were being paid for $0. We had to correct the claims and resubmit them with the appropriate codes, in this case T2003 and S5105. And request to the Provider Relations Department a new contract with the code listed on the authorizations, which was the CPT code S5102, with a new start date in order to avoid having the same issue for future claims. This adult daycare center was transitioning from one MLTC to another. The insurance company kept the agreement as they were not going to increase or decrease the rates. However, they were renewing the authorizations with the updated code for transportation and adult daycare services. Here we could have proceeded in two different ways. The first one is requesting to change the authorizations to reflect the codes listed on the agreement, and the second one is to change the agreement to reflect the codes on the authorizations. However, since we had multiple patients, the best way to proceed was to change the agreement instead of changing the authorizations for each one of the patients. That is an example of how understanding billing codes or CPT codes can lead to accurate and efficient billing processes. Take the time to familiarize yourself with the codes relevant to your specific situation or seek professional help when needed to ensure accurate billing and reimbursement in healthcare. If you need assistance with coding and billing practices, consider consulting a certified medical coder, billing specialist, or healthcare professional experienced in coding and reimbursement. We can provide expert guidance so your practice can increase its revenue. Contact me at oriana@healthcarebackoffices.com and explore how our financial expertise can benefit your organization. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope the information provided has been valuable and insightful to you. I will see you in another video.